guilty on all charges.
The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury.
More on Donald Trump's historic hush money verdict, live from our D.C. bureau. As a convicted felon and South Florida resident,
yeah, Trump.
Trump's life is about to see some changes. We're live at Mar-a-Lago. And a spelling bee champion is crowned.
I finally won.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Ivani Lewski. Today is Friday, May 31st, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Donald Trump found guilty in his hush money trial. Caplin News has live team coverage from the White House and from the former president's South Florida home. Yesterday, the trial ended with a verdict finding former President Trump guilty on all 34 charges.
Caplin's D.C. Bureau reporter Amelia Ojeda is live at the White House with more on the story. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning. After 6 weeks of this trial, a New York jury found former President Donald Trump guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records to a payment made to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 elections. This verdict makes Donald Trump the first former president to be convicted as a felony.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
The second day of deliberations began early on Thursday morning with jurors reviewing some requests, including testimony from former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen and Trump's friend and National Enquirer publisher David Pecker. The verdict was announced late in the afternoon. After Trump left the courtroom, he spoke with reporters outside.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
The conviction is a significant victory for Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, whose office first brought the case with an indictment more than a year ago, a case that, while local, has national consequences. Bragg shared his perspective after the verdict.
Many voices out there. The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
Each of the 34 felony charges carries a maximum of $5,000 fine and a 4-year prison sentence. Whether Trump will go to prison is another question, one that the judge will decide at sentencing.
Judge Merchant sets Trump's sentencing for July 11, just days before the Republican National Convention. Donald Trump is expected to appeal, and he has 30 days to do so. The former president is still facing 3 other trials. One of them is in Florida, but we don't know if they're going to take place before the 2024 elections. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Amelia Ojeda.
Now, a convicted felon, Donald Trump, is seeing support from Republican voters. That includes crowd outside his South Florida home.
From our studios in North Miami, we take you live now to the Mar-a-Lago Resort in Palm Beach with Caplin News reporter Anthony Cruz.
Silence in the courtroom from former President Donald Trump and his team as each of those 34 counts of guilty were read aloud. Reporters inside the courtroom noting his face was red as he turned to leave. Moments later, Trump addressed the media, repeating his refrain of a rigged trial and a conflicted, corrupt judge in Juan Merchan, while providing no evidence for his claims.
Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent.
Outside of Trump Tower, the newly convicted Trump waved to a mixed crowd of supporters and opponents. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg praised the jury for their work on the case.
We have the most important voice of all, and that's the voice of the jurors. They have spoken. Donald J. Trump has been convicted of 34 counts of falsifying business records.
All of this stemming from Trump's efforts to cover up a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Trump has continually denied the payment and any affair with Daniels.
We remain in uncharted waters this morning following the star-studded and at times graphic trial that led to U.S. President Donald Trump becoming the first president to ever be convicted of a crime. However, as seen by protests in Mar-a-Lago yesterday and by his campaign site crashing due to the flooding of donations following the trial, the support from his base remains unwavering.
This morning, a decision from the Supreme Court over free speech has ties to the National Rifle Association curbing government pressure campaigns. Yesterday, the unanimous ruling set a First Amendment precedent that could make it harder for state regulators to threaten advocacy groups. The case stems from a lawsuit against a New York official who urged banks and insurance companies to cut ties with the group after the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas mass shooting in 2018. Max Schachter, whose son Alex was one of the 17 people tragically killed at the high school, shares his beliefs in relation to the judgment.
School safety has to come before education because you can't teach dead kids. And if the students and the staff don't make it home to their families every day, nothing else matters.
And then in the next weeks, the Parkland High School is set to be demolished. The final day of classes is June 10th, and the building will come down either on the 13th or the 14th.
After much anticipation, Boeing has finally announced the date for their first manned mission. The launch is scheduled for Saturday at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The mission follows many failed attempts, one of them which occurred last week from helium leak. NASA has several backup dates in case of any issues.
A Sunshine State speller crowned as the best in the nation. Caplin's DC Bureau reporter Cassandra Alonso reports from just outside Washington.
I'm here where participants from Florida and countries such as Puerto Rico and Guam have gotten to compete at the 2024 Scripps Spelling Bee. After an exciting 2 days, on the third day, finalists got to compete for the overall grand prize. Can you spell champion?
The excitement in the room grew as a live orchestra performed to kick off the Bee's finals. Families poured into the Maryland Ballroom to get the best seats. The Scripps Spelling Bee has been taking place for almost 100 years and started as a way to promote literacy for school children. Spellers from elementary school up to 8th grade can compete as many times as possible. 13 out of 245 spellers from Florida initially entered the competition.
Back at my school spelling bee, it was just like one classroom. We had the teacher read it out to us. But now it's like a big stage, and so it's really cool being here.
The spelling bee consisted of 4 different rounds. 8 from Florida made it to the quarterfinals and received a medal along with a $100 gift card. Rylan Wise making it to preliminaries.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss all the fun stuff here, but I will enjoy being back home.
The competition was tough with everyone fighting to make it to the final round. Scholarship awards included from $2,500 to $25,000. Champion Bruja Soma from St. Petersburg, Florida got to take home the grand prize of $50,000 in scholarships and the official championship trophy.
Oh yes, I finally won. I finally accomplished what I've been dreaming for since 3rd grade or 4th grade, I believe. But yeah, it's been amazing.
After a long and exciting Bee Week, Bruja, representing Florida, was titled the champion of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. As for the other contestants, they look forward to competing next year. Reporting from Maryland for Caplin News, this is Cassandra Alonso.
The tie is broken as the Eastern Conference Finals between the Panthers and the Rangers heads back to Sunrise.
That's still ahead, and so's the story.
Actually, being an entrepreneur and being, having the business just on my own, I have to wear so many different hats. But what I really want to do is just create.
It's Miami Swim Week season as we take you up close with a cutting-edge designer. Don't go anywhere. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
South Florida is diving in for the premiere of swimwear fashion event of the year. It's Swim Week 2024, and we've got a close-up look at one of this year's featured designers.
Caplin's Ana Paula Mallorca reports from Miami Beach.
Miami Swim Week empowers women through her all-white lace luxury brand to be the most sophisticated version of themselves.
Tracy's interest in luxury fashion began in 2012 when she bought a white cover-up at a Miami resort spa. After finding nothing similar again, and receiving countless compliments, she decided to start her own brand.
Actually, being an entrepreneur and being, having the business just on my own, I have to wear so many different hats. But what I really want to do is just create. So I have ideas. I have a lot of ideas for future collections, for things I want to continue.
Her first collection was recently launched in March 2024. Her goal is to become the go-to for white swim luxury cover-ups and to be known internationally.
Inspiration for the collections come from other designers and also from designers in the bridal industry. I love the softness of the bridal space, and I love the details that couture designers show in, just special details, the way that they create their pieces. And that's what I wanted to bring to swim cover-ups.
With Miami Swim Week approaching, Tracy Marcus is ready to show her elegant designs.
You can see these luxury cover-ups down the runway on Saturday, June 1st at SLS South Beach at 9 p.m. Reporting for Caplin News, I am Ana Paula Mallorca.
And if you watched last night's game, you know that the Cardiac Cats were on fire as the Florida Panthers came back home this morning after conquering the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. The Panthers were down 1-0 for a few minutes in the second period, but goals from Anton Lundell, Gustav Forsling, and Sam Bennett helped close out a Game 5 win against the Rangers and take the 3-2 lead in the series. The final score for that game was Panthers 3, New York 2. The Florida Panthers are just one win away from winning the Eastern Conference Finals. They're going back home Saturday night for a potential series-winning game. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Ivan Ilewski.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.